Hey, did we come back?
Hey, there you
All
are.
right. I wonder how long I talked before I realized
So
that.
the last thing I heard was, of course, we're talking about, and I'm assuming the sentence was my first player, and then you were going to elaborate.
Oh,
I believe that was where you were going with that.
yeah. So I know stream may need to be refreshed again, but we'll see if that comes back. It seems, as far as I
I
can
think
tell.
it looks like you were back.
All
Yes,
right,
people are
perfect.
saying you
Ugh,
were back. The people are saying you're back. The
ugh.
people would lie to us.
How? Why today? Like this is never. I don't know. Whatever. Um. Anyway, yeah. So I was gonna say, yeah, my previous player Lundberg made the list. Like I don't know, I don't remember what he was at. But I don't think he belongs on it. I think there's a case for top 100, not top 75. Um, and then I kind of forgot where I went after that. Oh yeah, that's kind of the nature of that whole list of like the
Right.
opinions are maybe not super varied, but varied enough that like you know uh, that it gets real messy after a certain
Once
point.
you get past like that top couple of tiers, right?
Yeah,
Everybody
yeah.
kind of falls into these weird buckets of like, do you reward guys who played for 20 seasons but maybe never had that one standout season or won some cups but were never the best player on a cup winning team? Or do you care more about the guys who had shorter careers and didn't accumulate like the volume counting stats but won an MVP award? Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. It's very tricky, and ultimately, I guess to come back, my initial point was that that project was similar to um like the more modern version of what my what I was talking about, the joint media that we did
Sure.
way back when, and that's of
Right.
course like with the people that involved are all people that I have a ton of respect for, but it's just impossible to have anything even really close. And I'm hoping
Right.
after all that, you came up with an answer.
Yeah. I think it was funny. This isn't my answer, but it reminded me of, I wasn't even a part of this, so I definitely can't use it as my answer. But you talking about your collective media thing reminded me how in my draft class, Halifax, which was still a thing at the time, had a similar thing going on where they had like a series and each user was writing the next chapter in the series or
Oh right,
whatever.
yeah, I do remember that, or
Because that was
something
around
like
the
that.
time
Yeah.
they had like Toivo and Boz and Chris and GroupMe, and I'm trying to remember who else would be on the Raiders at the time. Because I was like Bottas was GM. You that around that time, which
Hmm.
I don't even know what did Halifax become. That's Maine now, right?
Oh boy, I think so.
Sure, sure.
I don't remember, but
That's
possibly.
fine. We're the only people that care. Um, But yeah, that's what you reminded me of talking about that. But again, I wasn't on Halifax. That's not my answer. Halifax knocked me out of playoffs my rookie season. They can take a hike. Um, I think the as far as the closest thing like that, like you say, capturing that hole when you're still early on and excited and memorable. I remember that first SHL draft, season 31 SHL draft with my first player, and this was like early Discord days for the league too. And our draft class got on like a Discord voice call just to watch the draft,
Hmm.
which wasn't even a stream at the time. It's literally just the
Yeah.
messages going into the
Refreshing the
forum,
thread. Yeah.
refreshing the thread frantically, just ob- obliterating the F5 key and waiting frantically to see who would get drafted when. And some teams would post a pick within 30 seconds, and some would take 7 minutes. And it,
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
uh,
And going into that draft, like my player, like all the mock drafts and all the it, media leading up to it, like it started off like 2 weeks before, oh, second or third round. And then like the week before, it was like, might sneak into the first round. And then as I was going through the draft process, I thought for sure I was going ninth to Seattle, which at the time was 701 and Abdeezy as the GMs. And lo and behold, Winnipeg pulled the old sneaky and drafted me fifth and ruined all the mocks. All the mocks. So it was like this incredible reaction of like in the voice chat with the fellow rookies where we all got along with each other. Like we didn't really care that much. Like screwing up the mock sucked, but we were way more happy about, oh, cool, that's good. I was surprised how many people reacted favorably to me getting drafted fifth and were happy for me, right? So that was the cool part. And then I also got a little chuckle out of people complaining about me ruining the mock draft. I, like that was my fault. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
know.
yeah.
So that was a good one. That was a good one. That's probably the answer. It's either that or like, the first time you win a Challenge Cup, right? Which for me was Winnipeg in season 37,
Hmm.
or winning an IHF gold medal when I was a co-GM in season 38. That's another one. Because IHF, it's like, in a weird way, you can't do much as a GM, especially in the Simon T days. But in a weird way, that's also almost what makes it cooler. Because, it's people who all wanted to be on that team.
Yeah, yeah. That's very different.
It's weird. It's very different, especially because it wasn't we weren't the U.S. or Canada, which in the Simon T days that didn't matter as much. Ireland was a monster not long after we won that gold medal, but we don't have to talk about that either. I know that's my least favorite moment. All right, season. I don't know how many times I've talked about this. I'd have to. What season was that? Season 42, season 43. There's a gold medal IHF game where Ireland beat us and we had 6 shots in the entire game, Rich. 6 shots.
Lovely. That stretch is like made it so much harder to. I already kind of like was not particularly interested in the IHF, but that stretch made it so hard. Like why would I care about this if it's such a joke? Like why?
Right.
It was frustrating.
If
But
especially at that time, I keep saying we because I'm almost afraid to say the R word at this point. But Russia, I was
yeah,
on Russia at the time. Um, that was when like the first line
it's
of that team was Sebastian Strange, Pietra Volkova, and Zach Evans. How the crap did
Sebastian
six
Strange. That's a name.
shots? Shoot the puck. That's like three two. Evans didn't get to 2,000. I don't think Sebastian got to 2,000, but that's at least like 1,600 at least.
Yeah, yeah.
TPE forwards. What are we doing? Losing to Ireland. That's what we were doing.
Good times.
Great times. Oh man, let me tell you. Golly, I still have night sweats over that game.
All right. What? Oh God, I just saw the next question, and it's one I'm not going to answer. I mean, you're free to if you like, but it's
Let me see. What is the question? I've navigated to the archived Simon T index section. You'll have to forgive me.
okay, okay, okay.
I'm trying to find this godforsaken gold medal game, which I'm pretty sure was season 43. Yeah, here's the one. That's it. That's a beauty.
Hey, you wanna toss me the link really quick?
I threw it into Twitch chat.
Ah, excellent. Oh
If
God.
you want to pull it up on the screen,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
check out that beautiful Simon T
It's been a minute
HTML.
since I've seen it. Yeah, yeah. Shots. There you go.
Oh yeah, that's some good stuff right there.
Hell yeah, I love it. Love it. Although honestly, 2-0, not that bad.
No, no.
Not that bad.
Look. Marmeladov held his own in that. Credit to him. We didn't make Bojo sweat much.
Oh, third
Yeah,
period. Let's see. I mean, were they both? Yeah, yeah. Power play, power. Yeah, both power play goals too. Like that's
both
you know what?
both were power.
Listen.
Yeah,
Not too
yeah.
bad.
Who committed the penalties? I bet Priss committed one of the penalties.
Let's see.
Either that or Clardy. Am I allowed to say Clardy? I don't
Yeah,
know.
one was Clarity Vyacheslav Orlov.
There you go.
That was the one in the third period. The other one, uh, the other one's Clarity as well. They were both Clarity.
That's
Clarity
man, man.
single-handedly tanking Russia. Although, you know,
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, does that bring back fond memories also.
old Clarity. Yeah.
Good
I
old
I had
Clardy.
thought about him a few times in the past, but could never remember his username. So thank you for that. I'll
Yeah,
forget it again.
I'm glad I could dig that out of the brain cave for you, man. With goals by Spitfire and Roman Augustus.
Spitfire was oh god,
Was that Jetpox or was that?
it was not Jetbox.
It was it. So that would have been the
New England fella. No, it
Eggy.
was not Eggy. It was
Not Eggy?
one of Eggy's friends or somebody. I think co-GM at some point. But another person whose username, I think they were they held the um, SHL like bank account at some point, meaning like the actual money as well. And they were like it was a big to do because they were like potentially not 18 at the time. I don't know if you remember that.
Oh, I do remember
I
that.
don't remember if that they were 18 or
Um,
not, but I remember it was like, oh, can we have a minor holding the
that,
SHL money?
was that Carson?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. That didn't sound right.
No,
I really thought
I don't.
Spitfire was Eggy. Oh well.
No, I think he was a different My Little Pony character at the time.
Ah, well, that's where I'm going wrong then. Clearly,
I think isn't
that's
Spitfire My Little
that
Pony?
was Rainbow Dash or
Yeah, yeah.
whatever.
I think it was the Rainbow Dash
Right.
era. I think
Okay.
maybe I
All
don't know.
right.
Anyway, it's not. It's so unimportant. Where's Toman at? Toman would probably
People
have
who
this
have
like like
people who have joined at any point in the past 2 years are listening to this and absolutely concussing themselves with their eyes rolling into the back of their head.
yeah, yeah. None of this makes any sense. We're just
None of this
yeah.
makes any sense. What was the question?
So rank GMs from best to worst. This is from Kari.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. I've not. This gets asked with some, not like every week or anything, but like I don't know, maybe once a season or every other season, somebody asks this, and I'm like, I'm tired of it, and also it brings out the worst in me.
sure,
Oh, it's
sure.
for
Well,
Luke. Okay, yeah.
Luke is the
Luke
worst.
will
Clearly,
answer it. He will answer it. So we can save that for next week then with Luke and Troy. Troy might answer it.
Luke is the worst for sure. Luke is the worst GM, and Wally is probably next to worst. I'll just say that in case he listens.
What else? So
Beyond that, I honestly have no idea.
yeah, no, we'll save the other. Oh yeah, so I've been noticing, Kari, your updates are themed. Let's say lately.
I'm sorry, you cut out on like a very key word. All the updates are blank.
Themed.
Themed.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm seeing a lot more aggression and fighting than I see from, let's say, most users. Not all, but most, certainly. It's been kind of funny. Like, oh no, Koa's in the chat too. Maybe Koa's still around. I don't know.
Oh, you're talking to him.
No.
I was about to say, I don't think I put TPE into fighting. Did I mess up?
No. I was talking to Kari.
Okay.
She's
I'm
been
with you now.
yeah, she's been yeah. Slightly
I
changing player role.
No, that's fine.
It's just been I was like, oh, that's interesting. All right, go for it. Why not? I don't know.
We need more Danny Fosters in the world. I encourage that movement.
I don't know how fighting works in the FHM, but it feels like I don't again we have so few fighters. We've got I assume what's his name Sven Panda Juni is still on that. I know there's at least one other player out there who's reasonably in aggression and fighting. I know our in LA we've got Jorek, his player, Has a
Hmm.
fair bit of aggression and fighting. Um, but I don't know. Like, I think with FHM, fighting is like more the skill in fighting. I don't know that it necessarily makes you more likely to fight. I don't know though. I don't know if that's accurate or not.
Right.
I don't know if you have to then be played as, let's say, like an agitator or something, a goon. Is goon a thing? I don't know. I forget. Um, Enforcer, I think, is maybe the one to actually make use of it properly. But I don't know. FHM's a mystery to me. Says the file worker who is like in sole control of the SHL file.
Oh, that's comforting.
Yeah, yeah. It's not
That's yeah.
sole, but it's mostly. Um, anyway, that's it for questions. Unless Troy tried to sneak something in, which I think he's working some crazy weekend shifts of like insane hours right now, so he's probably not able to. So I think we're safe. You got anything else you want to talk about?
So I got a question for you.
Absolutely.
We were talking about this very briefly off the air, but to put into context for people who obviously didn't hear that conversation because it was off the air, I've been gone for a little more than 2 years now. We've talked about some of the obvious stuff, like the portal and different teams being around now or whatever. But what would you say is the most important thing for me to know is different now than it was before?
Ooh. Um, the problem is the portal is so big.
That's a
it's
big
hard
one. I
to
understand. I'm
it's
taking the
hard to
easiest
get
answer off
around
the
that.
table.
Yeah.
Right,
Um,
right, right, right.
you've already figured out Chirper. That's probably it's simply for like it's so easy and it's 600K a week. So if you go that route, it's just free. But you've already
I
got
do need
that
money.
figured out.
I do need money.
Sorry. uh, anyway, sorry, I was checking a Discord ping, and of course it's from Troy. Um, boy, I don't know. I feel like just by being in the league for now, like a few days, anything I could have maybe told you is going to be like very obvious. Um, hmm. I guess. God, you probably would. Again, it'd be so much easier if you were brand new. Um,
No, understandably.
yeah, I don't know. I don't have a good answer.
That's good. That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
That's good
yeah.
podcast
Hey, there
content
you go.
right
Yeah,
there.
Lime's got one for you. Centers eat up most of the points. It's not in. It does depend on the system your team's running, but the system that most teams run, the centers are gonna kind of run the points.
Oh,
Um,
good thing I made a defensive defenseman then. You
oh,
know.
nice. Oh, that's another thing. Defensive defensemen. Defensemen are feel okay. Again, this is coming from a guy who's only played forward ever. Um,
Hmm.
I feel like defensemen within FHM, particularly FHM 8, are unless you're going like all in on defense, it feels difficult to see yourself show up on the stat sheet. Um,
Sure.
like block shots feel like I'm not gonna say easy to get, but like certainly easier than points. I feel like points are like elusive. I don't know if any team has like figured out how to get a defenseman to score uh,
Right.
consistently and like at a high level. I could be way off base. Takeaways is another one. Yeah, defenseman. Um, so I guess depending on your particular goals with your player,
Hmm.
maybe that will like shade your the way you build. Um, I don't know. My plan for a defenseman is, again, this is like loosely planned for my next player, is to be mediocre in terms of like the way he shows up, because I
Right.
don't want to go full defensive defenseman. Um, so I just am like planning to not really do a whole lot, and then maybe fade away in the league. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see. It's been 9 years. That feels like
What?
a good stretch.
Well, I'll give you good advice on that. If you decide you're going to fade away, don't spend all your money on cards in case you change your mind.
You know, for a few people, if this had been a case of like accidentally leaving your card subscription on.
No, no, no.
Yeah, yeah, no, I know it wasn't for you, but I know for a few people they've done that. We're like refunded people's at least some. I don't know how much, but some of their bank. Um, so I don't know.
So you're saying I should have lied about it? You should
Yeah,
have
yeah,
said,
yeah,
"Oh,
100%, 100%. Yeah,
huh, oh, this must have been a mistake. Where did all my money go?
yeah.
Why
All
do
the
I have
cards I
nine?
opened like several
Why
years
do
ago.
why do I have 9 Hall of Fame cards? How did that happen?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And none of them are Zach Evans.
Oh,
What a load of crap.
yeah. You know, there's I mean, I'm sure you can trade for one. Although unless like actually pulling one
I
is important.
well, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be pulling one anytime
But
soon. I might be able. Yeah, it's funny. I literally don't have any of his award cards or anything. Not
okay,
even Nikolai's won award
let's
card
see. What do
because
we have here?
somehow we let Nikolai win an award,
Yeah.
which, whatever. Mistakes were made. Um,
What award? Hey, I have your card. Look at that. What do you know?
what do you know? That's me. Look at that handsome fella.
Yeah,
Look at that Luke Glendenning render. What a guy.
yeah.
The Evgeny Malkin to Jason Visser's Sidney Crosby.
Hmm.
You love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. Um,
I have two, as a matter of fact. Oh no, that's Ron Mexico. Sorry, I just saw Jets and was like,
no,
no,
that's a different jet.
that's
That's
yeah,
a
different
different
Jets.
jet.
Sad. Okay, I got excited for a moment.
Hey, there's Jeff Kirkstone, S31 legend.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Well, anything? Any final thoughts? Not not trying to rush you off necessarily.
No, but
We're
we've taken up enough of people's time, I'm
yeah.
sure.
This is normally where I would
Uh,
talk about fantasy, but I don't do that anymore. So
uh, I definitely didn't sign up in time for it, so I have no input on that. Get the people. I hope you drafted the people who score the goals
hmm.
and the goalies who do not give up the goals. Are goalies still in fantasy? Or is it still the team? How's it? Is
So
that
now it at some point switched. I don't know at what point it switched to you choose a team. Yeah, yeah. And then you get the starter and the backup. So you don't actually take a goalie. You take the team.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's yeah. So it's still the team. I
yeah,
got you.
yeah.
Um,
Don't remember when that changed. But
that was probably like an Abigail change.
I don't
That's an
remember.
old change. That's an
Yeah,
old change.
it's again like I have a hard time parsing like when things happen because I don't know 9 years. You know
hmm
anything from the old chat? Any questions? Any thoughts? Anything else we should touch on? What's up, Ace? Look at that. Look at that. Everybody's showing up today. Although I haven't seen Ace in a
Now
while.
everybody's trying to trade me. At, no, I don't. I have an 85 Evans. I don't need. I need the award Evans or the Hall of Fame Evans. I have two of the 85 Evans, the base Evans. I don't need the base Evans. The base Evans sucks. Not really. He's again very handsome guy, but man, that Sarmad card con card looks amazing. Anyway,
Yeah, yeah.
I'll stop talking about my cards now. I don't think I have anything else to answer your question.
Same, same. We'll see. We'll see about that. Come back next week, and you can hear Troy and Luke potentially rank GMs. I don't know what metric they will use, but they will use something possibly
Luke is the worst.
as a GM or
That's him.
as just broadly. Like,
Yes.
all right, fair enough. Yeah.
Yes. I stand
Oh
by that.
no, that's totally fair. All right. Well, if that's that, we can call it. Thanks for everybody that hung out and chat. This is there's quite a lot of people today, which is nice. We appreciate it. It's much more entertaining when we get people. As that's probably more thanks to Luke for doing the thing that I should
Thanks
do.
to Luke for promoting the thing before he had to leave so that
Yeah.
we could turn around and talk about how much he sucks. Because we are such great friends.
Yeah.
Especially when I'm sitting here taking y'all's money.
I mean, it's. I don't think it's much because like it's yeah, like I said with the scaling, I don't know what it is because we don't do guests that often. I could probably find out, right?
Sure. Uh, I'm sure I could find
Figure
out.
it
I'm
out.
sure it's readily posted somewhere on the forum that I
Uh,
haven't looked yet.
my account because we did one with Adam not that long ago. Oh shoot, which one was it though? Oh god. Yeah, 2.8 for the two people, which is pretty sweet.
Sure. Yeah, that's better than the old 1.5.
Yeah. I bet it's this 2.3. I bet that was the Adam episode. Yeah, 2.3 with three people. Not
Shoot,
bad. Not too shabby.
shoot. Between that and my contract from St. Louis, even though I'm not playing for him, I'm gonna have $7 million.
Oh,
We're on the
all
come
right.
up.
There you go.
Let's go. Let's
It's,
go.
yeah. Did you see within the portal now you can buy equipment incrementally. You don't have to buy it. It's like
I
it's
assume
not equipment
that's
anymore. Also,
it's not called equipment, but I figured that was the equipment
yeah.
substitute. I forget what it's called, seasonal
Seasonal
training
training or yeah.
or whatever. Yeah, I deduced that's what was going on there. Yes, interesting.
Yep.
I kind of like it.
It's different. Like I
It's different.
don't feel strongly about it. It's one of the things where I'm like, sure, I guess. I kind of liked the idea that you had to make that decision. Like that was a decision that had to be made. Um,
Yeah, it's definitely a lot less of 100%. It's not a decision anymore. It's a we'll see how much money I have at the end of the season, and then I'll buy as much as I can or whatever.
yeah. But yeah, it's a pretty small thing. It's like I don't know. That was a thing I always had to with like STHS builds was like nobody has to make a difficult decision, and that's all I wanted was to make people have to make a decision that mattered.
You were always a decision guy. It's true.
That's why I liked being the power forward build, even though it was kind of like the worst. It was just not good.
And then we found out the decision to make was to get rid of all your passing attributes.
Oh no! Oh no! All right.
And on that
Yeah,
note,
I think we can I think we can call it then. All right. We don't need to. Yeah. All right.
yeah, we don't have to relitigate that.
Yeah. I already tried to like this happens. I'm so bad at like finishing too. I kind of sort of outroed and then stopped. I don't know. Whatever. All right. We're done now. Please.
We're done now. We're going away now.
Goodbye,
Pay no
James.
attention to the man behind the curtain.
Yeah. All right. So long.